What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another SNA podcast video. And this is time, it's for the wrestling news on October 16th, 2024, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA Assassinators need to know from the Wrestle Zone article. And we're going to start off today with some Baron Corbin news of him reacts being in the record books in for infamous win over Roman Reigns, and it says right here that uh, the pair feuded like for the large spell of 2019 and 2020. Like this included like a series of loser eats dog food like in matches between Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns in what wasn't exactly a golden age like of WWE creatively speaking during this time. Corbin picked up a huge pinfall victory over Roman Reigns, like the lone wolf, and help with from FTR and Dolph Ziggler. Like in this match, like and won the bout, like with an end of days, with the end of days into the steel chair until Rhodes finished the story at WrestleMania. Corbin laid claim to being the one man to pin Roman Reigns. Corbin spoke with Bill Pritchard, of WrestleZone, and was asked like how he feels about being part of history in that way. He he replied, "It's amazing to have that have that in Roman elevates everybody that he's around, whether it's in the ring or in the promos or whatever." So to continue to have my name for so long, like in the same conversation as Cody, and Roman, and all the other people that fell short of beating Roman, like it made me feel like I was always in the mix. Like even when I was in NXT, they are going Corbin still like the only one that beat him. Maybe he's the one that can beat Roman Reigns and take the title. Like so, it's cool to kind of have people that think that maybe I was the guy to do it at some point, like wisely, like thinking on all of our parts. Like, but it's cool to always have your name in the mix with guys like that. Like, but what are your thoughts on Baron Coates did it? And did you thought that Corbin was gonna be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universe Champion for his reign for over 1,000 days, or did you think that it was gonna be Cody the whole time? Which most of y'all probably would reply the second one, of course. But let me know in the comment section right down below either way. But I was thinking like maybe like if I would think like a famous journalist would say like, and that would be Baron Corbin should be the one because there'll be storytelling like and imagine it like where Baron Corbin could brag about like everybody could lose like everybody lost to Roman when it comes to the championship, but he couldn't beat me. Be like a similar situation like what Rhea Ripley did to Shayna Baszler on NXT, saying you beating everybody except for me or just something like that. Yeah. But yeah, he could. That would be storytelling right there. But I don't think most fans would want that because they wanted Cody to finish his story and win that championship specifically. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on and go to the next news story. But yeah, luckily for the fans that wanted Cody to win, including myself, I'm glad that happened the way it did. Even though I wouldn't mind it be Corbin, but I'm not sure if it would have been a good idea with the other fans. But At the same time, it would end up a power in interventional gauntlet, like with the winner earning of her match about what winning the battle royale in the championship would mean to her. She said that would mean a lot because if you really NWA, you will see that I had a lot of title shots and I was always really, really close. Like, so obviously I'm not gonna stop, and I know that one day I will win that title. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of effort. Like, and I know I will never stop putting effort in that match. Like, I'm actually really excited about that because there's a lot of girls there, and winning that match means a lot. It's gonna be a huge match, so I think that will be a huge win. What I'm saying for me, I think that match is something definitely worth watching. And if I do win, that means I'll get another title shot. Like maybe this time I'll finally get the title. So my point that is that if I do win the title, that's going to be another new era for NWA. It's gonna be worth watching because again, I'd like to represent the brand really, really well. And can Natalia Markova call her shot? Like while questioning into that, like it says, Natalia Markova doubts she can choose where to have her title match if she wins at the Battle Royal. Like, however, the NWA star hopes she can have it in her home state of Florida. While listing off other potential venues, like for the upcoming title match, she immediately added, like, I doubt like that I can call my shot, uh, but if I could, probably in Sarasota, Florida, because Florida is my hometown or home state, like so that would be a nice arena, or maybe adult or maybe Dothan, Alabama, because I remember when we went there last time, like huge, huge crowd. The name, by the way, is the looks that kill, like the name of the show that's going to take place there on December 14th, 2024. So that would be a great time for me to win because that's a tag team with me and Brian do it's called the looks that kill, like, and the show named after us, like that would be a nice moment. Over for those NWA fans that's out there that are also assassinators. All right, do y'all think that Natalia Markova could win this gauntlet match, and she's gonna move on and face the women's champion? Again, do you think it's gonna be in her home state of Florida, or even Alabama, which is called what's it called? Dothan, yeah, Dothan. Uh, I'll say yeah, Dothan, yeah, Dothan, Ohio. I mean, not Dothan, Ohio. Dothan, Alabama. That's what the name is. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, I think if she's more than motivated and know that she's gonna win, I think she is gonna win. Even though that's simple words what I just said, but But my point is, like, if she has what it takes to win, like, even in, and yeah, it's about Royal, like, she can, man, can do the same. Like, if she can do that, like, she can win that, and she can also manage to do the same when she faced the current women's champion at the upcoming NWA event. But yeah, but either how it ends, like with her, like getting her a win, I want to wish her the very best of luck. Like I can hope that she does achieve her goal and her dreams, like in everything that's in her career right in front of her. But let's move on, and we got from one women's wrestler to another is Delmi Expo doesn't back down from a challenge focused on singles career. Sounds like your favorite SNA assassin, like you don't back down from any fight. But anyways, isn't afraid like to step outside of her comfort zone, like when it comes to a match stipulation. Like WrestleZone's managing editor Bill Pritchard recently spoke with Delmi Expo, like about her current run, like in Major League Wrestling. Like the God Queen, like recently competed at MLW's Pit Fighter special in a uh, in a taekwondo rules match, like against the NWA. I mean the MLW featherweight champion. Her name is. The pair have been feuding like over the title in recent months, with the match stipulation clearly favoring like Kai's background. Expo noted that she doesn't have in MMA experience, but she's also not afraid to try something challenging. Delmi Expo, like on her taekwondo rules match, she she went on and stated this on one who doesn't back down from any kind of challenge. So when it got presented to us to do a taekwondo rules match, like I was kind of like, oh, like that would be like cool and interesting. Like that would be different, and I think the idea is visually really stood out to me. I said, let's do it. Like, personally, I have zero mixed martial arts background. Like, I, I was joking like around with production. Hey, when we do tail of the tapes, like, can we make sure that we include that? Like, I was a senior cheer captain, like because with dance and theater, like come a fight background. Expo noted that how you see more competitors adding combat sports to their wheelhouse. Like she might lack MMA training, but felt her cardio and conditioning aided like her like in the bout. Like Expo said, her diet also prevented her from feeling sluggish. Like but learning like how to pace the match was a challenge. Like getting in the moment, like she added, and being in there, like you definitely could tell I didn't get blown up, like, but after you get out of the scramble bits, like your brain is still in that high adrenaline state, like where you are not thinking like all right, like let me whip them off and then throw a boot. Like you don't have that same thought process. Like in my head I was like, oh, like I could like just an exploder suplex, like can catch her leg if I want to, and then you get the moment and you are finally getting offense and then you are on top. You are like, I don't have time, I gotta maintain it. Was kind of hard as a team. We were all trying to decide like what lines should we have from taekwondo, like, and what line we should have from pro wrestling. We didn't want to offend the audiences, like the audience's intelligence with what we were doing. So I think it came out really well, like, and really respectful for the sport of taekwondo. And Delmi Expo on her path to gold, like with the women's champions, the women's featherweight championship has a short history in MLW. Fans have also seen several notable reigns, like since it was introduced. Like Expo ended Taya Valkyrie's impressive 328-day reign, like holding it for and a total holding it in her total of 191 days herself. Janae Kai ended that reign like and has now approached 350 days, which I believe she not only surpassed what's her name surpassed what's her name Delmi Expo's reign, but also Ty Valkyries as well. Like with an over a like 22 days, like an addition of 22 days more longer, which longer than Taya did. But as champion, Delmi Expo reflected like the dynamic of ending a great title reign. Excuse me, pardon me about that. like while now like trying to end like any by regaining like the belt, like Expo made her step her own game. It's like and this is what she had to say while continuing in the interview. It is a pretty much a bummer, like having had such a huge impact of where I took the title, like, and then losing it to Janae. Like, I will say it does feel more justified, like having Janae still being the champion. Delmi Expo noted because she is that high level like of a competitor. She's been all able to defend her title against women like Hyper Miseo and show why she is the women's champion. If anything, it made me have to elevate who I am as a wrestler even more. She continued, like, not giving up like on myself and constantly pushing myself to become a better athlete, like, and become a better performer, that much more, like, and stay on her toes, like she has it now, like, but someone at some point is going to take it from her, and I hope it's me. Again, I'm gonna be fighting to make it me getting any number one contender like spot, like I can getting any title opportunity, I can get it. Like or get any title opportunity I can get. I meant to say, but But Delmi Expo is focused on her singles career. Like Delmi Expo is also known as being one half of the Sea Stars, like with her sister Ashley Vox, Ashley Vox. Like the pair initially joined the joined MLW together in 2021 with the league advertising like them as two of the first performers for the featherweight division. Both Expo and Vox like missed ring time like in the past few years due to injuries, like which led them down like different paths in pro wrestling. Expo like says like she's focused on her singles run, like but sees the Sea Stars like as a female version of the Hardys, like where they could re- reconnect like when they want to. Like the focus is on singles. Like she added, like I kind of like the idea that we're the Hardys, like and the Hardys like were always like the Hardys, whether they were singles or not. Like they could go out there on their own like things, like but you like always knew that they were brothers. Like so I like having us like do our own thing right now, like especially like since she's coming back from an injury, like she's on a roll right now, like with re re identifying like herself, like and refining herself as a competitor. New era of wrestling. She missed almost 4 years from the ring. Like, so that's something that she's like going to have. She's going to have to go out on this journey on her own, and then when no one expects it, that's when Sea Stars will appear. And do you think that the Sea Stars will make their return as a tag team, just like how the Hardy, like when they go in their separate ways and have their I'll say their separate runs as single stars, like, or and then they eventually come back when it's necessary. They think it's necessary to be a tag team again. Let me know in the comments down below. And also, do you think that the Delmi Expo is ready for this featherweight women's championship match in a pit fighter match, like which is kind of like mixed martial arts feel, like into this match that's in the upcoming MOW event? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, maybe she does have a chance because despite not having some MMA experience, like she does show that she's not getting back down from a fight. Normally, when somebody does not back down, they usually get the reward, like and yeah, and become a and become a champion or a recognizable name, like just because they did not give up. And I wish the same goes to Delmi. What's her Delmi Expo? But let's move on. We got some Nigel McGuinness news. But before I get into that, I'll be right back. I need to pick a couple things up before I can continue. Okay, SNA Assassinated. That's your favorite boy, Super Ninja. These really bad allergies are killing me. And yeah, like it's very bad. Like given that the weather's changing outside and stuff, and I have really bad allergies. But yeah, back to this news report on this video. we got some Nigel McGuinness news. Like reveals why WWE conceded his contract, or reconciled as a commentator in that WWE reconciled his contract, and he explains like no, like it's a little convoluted, like, but I'll give you the condensed version. I got signed by WWE. They decided to reconcile reconciled reconciled the contract because of an arm injury. Like even though my doctor said it was perfectly healed, and I had wrestled with it like for 2 years, but that was it. But that was it. Like that was their doctor's decision. And then Nigel McGuinness continued to continue while revealing that the reason for WWE, by saying like after I passed the physical, like just in passing, you've never had any other injuries. Have you in question being in questionable speaking from the AEW former WWE commentator, being honest, like I said, well, I partially tore my bicep, like a bicep a couple of years ago, but it's perfectly healed. Like I just let me see the MRI. Like so, I sent him the MRI. Like he took a look at it, like and said, "Oh no, you need surgery." Like what was I going to do? Like when him questioning about it in his story at the time, he's like at that point, like I had only ever wrestled in Ring of Honor. Like my best year in wrestling as a active competitor was for Ring of Honor. Like believe it or not, and I made $46,000 with no health insurance. Like so at the end of the year, like I didn't have any savings. Like so was I so I was going to pay out of pocket because to have a bicep surgery. That I think that I didn't think I really needed my doctor, who was a reowned was that orth, ortho, uh orthopedic surgeon in Tampa. He agreed as well, on the off chance that they might be interested, and we all know how that goes as well. They be interested, like they just said, nope, that's not going. That's going. And what's your thoughts onto this very intriguing story that Nigel McGuinness gave? Even though like even though Nigel's never always intriguing, only on certain special occasions, or be talking about his past in WWE. So I'm gonna give him a pass onto this one. Being one of those rare intriguing stories that he would talk about his past, like whether if it's in Ring of Honor, WWE, or his time as commentator in WWE. I'm gonna give him a pass on to this one because he did have me intrigued, but that was kind of WWE's fault at the time. Even if for him to get a bicep surgery done, even for that, it shouldn't have been that shouldn't have been another excuse why they shouldn't sign him as a wrestler along with him being a commentator as well. I agree. Him a contract we could be both. He can at least be a part-time wrestler along with him being a full-time commentator. I'm not a expert onto that, but I'm just saying they should have did something like that. Like if I'm giving you my opinion on the matter, but yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below if it was best for not him to have him not wrestle in WWE, or they should have gave him a very decent run over at the other company that he's now currently working for, that he used to work for as a commentator. But yeah, but I'm not sure about now's WWE and the new regime, because they still had him as a commentator when management was starting to change. Like, they still let him go anyways. But I think it would have been somewhat beneficial if they did have him on the had him be a part of the WWE roster, even if he did have like a short run in NXT. At least it would have been something better than not doing anything at all, like, other than doing commentary. I mean, there's nothing wrong doing commentary work, like, if that's your only talent, like in the wrestling business. But if he also can wrestle, which he can, which I hate to admit, but he does have plenty of talent inside that square circle. But yeah, I guess it is what it is, and I guess it was a blessing in disguise, because he got a chance to wrestle in AEW and finally get a rematch against Bryan Danielson, even though he came up short, which I was totally happy he did. Even though I did say, like, we could see him could win and he can brag, and he said he got a dub from the American Dragon. Speaking of the American Dragon, we might not see him again in AEW, unfortunately, because John Moxley retired him, even if they get suffocated Danielson and he's not or shut the chair right between his neck. I think, we would not be seeing him ever again. But Bryan Danielson will have some kind of an emotional speech, like, in the post match, saying, like, he had one hell of a run, like not only just in AEW but everywhere in his wrestling career, and even give out references on the prior ones. Like, we all know one of them in particular. And then this where then he will do his yes chants to salute the fans of thanking them for watching him for many more years since he started his wrestling career. And yeah, but let's move on. Let's talk about, like, what Mark Henry's uh, hot take on the Swerve Strickland situation with the Hurt Syndicate, with with him stating that Swerve should pray Shelton Benjamin doesn't ask for a full contract match. And the world's strongest man hopes Shelton Benjamin doesn't want a full contract wrestling match in AEW for Swerve Strickland's sake. Like, Shelton Benjamin recently debuted in AEW alongside his manager MVP. The duo are looking to receive the Hurt Business stable, like, in AEW, with Bobby Lashley expected to appear at the company sooner rather than later. Rumor has it it's going to be as soon as tonight's Dynamite, because the reason why they didn't do it on is because they do not want it to be overshadowed, from the other segments, like when MJF and Adam Cole made their shocking returns, and then with Bryan Danielson getting buried by his former stablemates. Yeah, it would. Yeah, him getting taken out and getting beat down and get suffocated, like, and stuff like that, to run him off. Like, in AEW, think it was not a good idea to have two home state wrestlers getting buried in their own home state of Washington. So maybe this was a smart move from Tony Khan to have one wrestler takes defeat, while the other one does not, and just be in the segment and not getting. But yeah, those are the two reasons why they didn't do it like this tonight. Because this past Saturday, because of those reasons. Because that was originally supposed to be the plan for last. Rumor has it that was originally supposed to be the plan, of course. And now, it might show up on tonight's Dynamite, which is on the post show. But I hope that's the case. But I'm gonna talk more about that in just a moment. But the duo has been trying to the result, Swerve Strickland into the group. Despite their efforts, they were recently rebuffed by the former AEW champion Shelton Benjamin is set to face Leo Rush on tonight's AEW Dynamite, which is the post show after the marking his first AEW match, or his first match in all Elite Wrestling. Let me rephrase that. Shelton Benjamin ahead of Dynamite today on the latest episode of the Busted Open Radio, and Wrestling Inc. for the Wrestling Inc. was for the transcription. He, but anyways, he talked about Benjamin's at amateur wrestling background. Both he and Brock Lesnar put it on my ass, huh? But anyways, but the WWE Hall of Famer revealed that nobody put him on his back like that before, complimenting their wrestling skills. Mark Henry added that Swerve Strickland will hope Shelton Benjamin doesn't want a full contract match when they finally face off in AEW. And Shelton and Brock, Shelton and Brock, because both put. I mean, he stated and both Shelton and Brock, because both put in on my ass. It ain't no way around it. I ain't never been on my back in my life. And then I finally I just okay, get get off me, you won. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breath. Not. I couldn't breath. Swerve better. Pray to God that Shelton don't ask for a full contract match. Man, I'm telling you, it's a world of pain. And Mark Henry never had talks about wrestling in AEW before. And the World Strongest Man was never in it had never in talks to actually wrestle a match at the promotion. The WWE Hall of Famer recently appeared on a huge pop with Donnie De Silva and Jimmy Doris for the WWE Hall of Famer was asked if there were plans for him to wrestle in AEW, which he categorically denied because he was a old beat up man. And then he said that while replying, "No, there were no not talks of me competing for AEW. I I am old, beat up man. I'm not trying to have nobody whoop my ass. I'm done." And what are your thoughts on Mark Henry's opinion about Swerve Strickland better hope and pray that Shelton Benjamin does not ask him for a full-time match? And do you think that's going to be happening? Shelton Benjamin's going to challenge him in a match. Perhaps it's going to be at Full Gear, or maybe next week's Dynamite. The only way I'll believe that will happen in a bigger stage is if that's when it's going to be the same day Bobby Lashley will make that debut, which I assume that's going to be tonight's Dynamite because everybody's been talking about that his debut could happen as soon as tonight's episode. But we're just going to have to wait and see what's going to transpire on this exact episode of AEW Dynamite. So I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just hoping that we do see the debut. And even if he doesn't debut, that'll be fine as long as it's going to be a day that he's not going to be overshadowed, with another debut in All Elite Wrestling on that same day. It should be right. And even if it's on a Rampage, I would not mind it, but at the same time, it should be much more on a Dynamite, like because he's too much of like a high level main eventer to be debuting on a Rampage show. If it was like a couple years ago, like in 2021, I could see him doing that, like they did with CM Punk back in 2021, where he made his long awaited 7 year return in pro wrestling, but made his final debut, like finally make his debut of AEW there. And what are your thoughts on Mark Henry's career? Do you think it's over? Do you think he will never wrestle in any promotion ever again? Like especially AEW at this point, because even if he wanted to wrestle in AEW, that would be extremely impossible because he just left the promotion, and it looks like he's not going to be coming back anytime soon. So yeah, I just want to wish him the very best of luck. Like, and also, I heard that his son signed a contract with WWE, but he's been competing in the Olympics, if I'm not mistaken, and also like in his high and in college as well, like in competing in the NCAA wrestling tournament, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I wish him the very best of luck, which I believe his name is Jacob Henry. Yeah, but but yeah, wish all the family and the Henry family the very best in their futures, like whether if it's inside the ring or outside, of course. Like, but let's move on. We got a Bret Hart was supposed to play a different role on The Simpsons. Like says they didn't know how famous he was. But John Cena might have recently appeared like on The Simpsons in 2024, like but Bret Hart first appeared on the show like back in 1997. Like the WWE Hall of Famer, like Bret Hart recently spoke with the Wrestling Classic when asked like about his appearance on The Simpsons. Like Hart explained how being a good person landed him his role on the show him as himself. He he explains, "Oh, I was a big fan, so if it was a big honor for me, like Brett, they originally had, they originally, I remember I wanted to be Bret Hart on the show, and they said no. It's just part for a wrestler. Like I think my wrestler was called the Mad Viking, like or something like that. So when I did voice, the the voiceover, like I was the voice of the Mad Viking. I wasn't Bret Hart. Like, and it's a little bit different. Like that's why when you hear the voice over, like it doesn't sound like me. I was trying to sound like somebody else. And also like while adding into this interview, the hitman was I yeah explained how he drawn himself like on The Simpsons, like with him also also explaining like but it was after the whole thing was done. Like the producer came up and I was signing autographs in the parking lot at Fox Studios. Like there, and they had probably about 300 people in a lineup signing autographs for them. And he came up and he goes, I had no idea you were that famous. We are gonna draw you in as you. So they changed it and they drew me in as myself. So I was like, that's pays off it pays off to be a nice guy and sign some autographs. But what are your thoughts on to the Bret the Hitman Hart? Like series on that particular episode in 1997. And do you think it had something to do with him signing autographs to everybody outside of the Fox Studios after he played the voice actor of this Mad Viking character that the Simpsons wanted, that the creator of the Simpsons wanted Bret Hart to play as? Like, and I guess that shows you always be nice, because I guess that's the circle of karma. Like, if you, because imagine what if Bret Hart was a mean a-hole, like, and he just not signed anybody, no autographs. Like, he would probably not likely would have not been playing himself on the Simpsons series. We probably would have seen that Viking, and we'd probably be hearing him in interviews by saying that he played the voice of him, or we would have probably saw it in some kind of, like, in the credits, like on that episode, saying Bret Hart played the voice of the Mad Viking or some sort of the Simpsons series. But yeah. But yeah, I guess, like, yeah, if you do good, like, good's gonna find a way to pay back, like, because imagine if that didn't happen, like, he would have not have gotten his wish and his dream to play himself on the Simpsons series. And then now, like, this year in 2024, like, we also had John Cena playing himself as well, like, with him being acknowledged that he's an actor and a wrestler, like, with him winning 16 WWE title reigns, like, in his time in WWE as a full-timer. And then, yeah, they also know him, like, as a Hollywood star, just like if he his own version of The Rock, of course. But, yeah, let me know about this in the comment section right now. But I sure think it was, like, because, like, if the director of the Fox Studios did not see him, that if he had seen him, like, with a whole with a huge fan base, with him not knowing that he's this famous, like we would probably not seen, like, the Bret Hart character on the Simpsons series. Yeah, like with him buying a house from Mr. Burns, was it? Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know how I still remember that episode, but, like, it's been a while since the last time I watched it. Like, it was in reruns, of course, because I wasn't born yet in 1997, like, to tell you guys a secret. But yeah, that'll be a different story for a different day. But anyways, yeah, let me know about this in the comments. This was very interesting to hear this from the Hitman, where, like, yeah, like, it's very shocking to hear that he was not originally supposed to be playing as himself. But let's move on. We got The Godfather. We got some, yeah, we got some, I'll say some, we got some very fortunate news, I guess, from The Godfather, with him, like, on right to censor. And nobody hated it more than me. Or, well, I said fortunate, but I don't know. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. The Godfather was no fan of the right to censor, like faction censor, like, no, I did not. I was not a fan of the right to censor my faction. And what I say, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but he was forced to take part back in the Attitude Era. Like the WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather, was a recent guest of the Insight with Chris Van Vliet. When asked about the creation of The Godfather, The Godfather told Vince McMahon at that point he wanted to be done, like, and that only made him do it longer. And he said, when it happened, like, I said, I was done. Like, I told Vince, finish me up. Like, he says, then the jokester that he is, he put the tag team belts on me and Bull, put the tag team belts on me and Bull, and kept me there even longer. Like, he was more poking fun out, like, of them. Like, he was hoping that maybe we can get back to The Godfather in some form. They tried to bring The Godfather back, but it just didn't work, because I was no longer a pimp. There were no longer hoes. Like, you couldn't talk about smoking weed. Just couldn't. People didn't want that. Like they wanted The Godfather. The Godfather just wanted right to censor to end sooner rather than later. Like and when asked about the right to censor faction, Godfather admitted that no one hated it more than he did. And yeah, he added on the shoot, like nobody hated it more than me. Like like as much as Ric Flair is uh is Ric Flair the Godfather is me, like and it was just you took it away from me, and it just like like it took the air out, and I was done. I just did my best, like in RTC, like just the music alone, like had serious heat. Did I did my best to I did my best, but that was the only time in wrestling that I really wasn't like happy, and I was just waiting for it to come to an end. But what are your thoughts onto this matter? Like, and referring the request that that he should stop doing the censor right to censor, or whatever it's called. Yeah, but yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below. Do you think that it was he hated more than anybody could say they hated the faction? But yeah, I'm glad that you don't have to play that gimmick no more. I'll say it was best for him to keep to stay as this Godfather character. Like for the best, I'm just saying, like he should yeah, he should play whatever they're gonna be making him like more popular and famous. Like rather than just being thrown a gimmick and just do it, like or else like he's not going to be having a job, which it would probably be all worth it, like to just leave and find a place that does appreciate him on who he is. But luckily that didn't happen, and I think things went onto his favor. If I'm mistaken, yeah, until he left the company on his own. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about WWE NXT review, like hits and misses, like for October 15th, 2024. Like, welcome to the. Oh wait, I'm not sure if I should do this one. I guess I'll move on to the next slide. Let's talk about. We're going to end today's wrestling news video with some with him talking about his latest story about him being a Retribution member with the rest of the group. And he said nobody was more invested in Retribution than we were. He said Donovan Dijak has lifted the lid on what it was like in Retribution in the WWE. The former WWE star recently spoke with Bill Pritchard of WrestleZone, who said the stable was met with a polarizing reaction. Dijak said like that was being kind of, but that was being kind, but fans not liking Retribution a reflection of the group's efforts. Like Dijak said, no one wanted Retribution to succeed more than them, pointing out several ways they tried to stand out. He he said, I think a lot of people misconstrued 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 what I say, like about my opinion, like about retribution, and think, oh, he didn't care, like he wasn't invested. I'll say this as many times, like as I probably or possibly I can, and I'll say it about everybody, like in the group, like nobody was more invested in retribution than we were. Like we desperately wanted to make that work. Like I shaved my head. Like I guy had contact like lenses. Like I figured out different ways to paint my face. Like and I thought like of a new voice. Like I was trying to change my teeth. I'd spent thousands of dollars. I spent thousands of dollars on gear. Like again, it looked plain, and whatever I was burning it, like I was doing these things. Like we were adding patches, patches. Brennan, like who was Mace, like when Mace was was designing the logo. Like we were pitching things like consistently about here's our motivation. Like nobody wanted to make this work like more than us. Like we dove ahead first like into the to it, like, and we gave it 1,000%, and we were just pushed like back like upon a lot. Like we were handcuffed like a ton when it came to retribution. Dijak knew retribution was a silly gimmick. Like Dijak said, like everyone in the group was blind to the gimmick, like being a silly idea. Like, but they did like the best they could with what they had. We knew like T-Bar like was a Vince McMahon idea, so he couldn't just go to the former WWE chairman and criticize the name. Instead, he tried to find a way to make it work as if was presented to them. And yeah, Dijak added, even though like it sounds, uh, what if we like do this? Like what if I am um, a, ma- a maniac like and we knew like that we if we were could make this good. Like the reality is we weren't really allowed to so from the aspect I don't want the misconception, because I know there is a misconception like that I thought like retribution was stupid. So we just threw our hands in the air and gave up. Like we did not. We did the exact opposite. And on re-debuting in NXT as Dijak, like retribution was finally like shelved or put misery, like depending like on you who you ask. Like after the team disbanded like at Fastlane in March of 2021, Dijak was repackaged and re-debuted in NXT the following year, and he noted how important it was to acknowledge the past and move on. And this is what he had to say while continuing in the interview, like when they were speaking onto the subject, like of him when him repackaging himself when he went back to the saying, I re-debut when I re-debuted in NXT like as Dijak, that was a big piece of it. Like a big motivation behind that character was to acknowledge that I was T-Bar, explain that making up the pin the penis a part of it, like, and that reflected in bring as well. I wanted just there to be a complete reinvention, like with an acknowledgement like of what happened, but to say this is what's happening, like moving forward, like, and here's the new presentation, and I think we did that successfully. I think we did that like very successfully. Again, there's always going to be there's always going to be rumblings. Dijak still gets T-Bar chance despite moving on from WWE, but he sees it as a good thing. And then this is what he had to say while finishing off on the promo when asked about that. I guess the same as Chance, let's go, Cena. Cena sucks, right? Right? Like they are all chanting like Cena sucks, like, but they are there like for a reason. So when the whole crowd mocks at me, like, and chant T-Bar at York Hall in London, I'm thrilled. Like okay, great. Like they all hate me, like, because I was T-Bar. Like fine, like that's fair. Like I'm not going to pretend what I wasn't right. Like that is a good thing. Like that is like good heat. Like now, like they want to make me get back up because I was a retribution, whatever. Like, and if they are having fun, like making fun of me, fine. They pay money to have fun. But what are your thoughts on Donovan, like what he just said onto this interview, like that he still gets T-Bar chance to this day, like, but he don't take that as an insult, like a reality insult. He just takes it like a compliment because like it just showing, it's pointing out the facts that we used to be when he was over at the biggest company, the number one company in all the pro wrestling. Like, but yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. Do you think he'll ever go back as the T-Bar name if he ever did make a return in WWE? Which I don't think he will. Like, if anything, I think he's gonna go back as either Donovan Dijakovic or even Dijak. Like whoever that floats his boat, like whoever that he sees that's a successful success maker. But it seems like he's not worried about making a WWE comeback. He'd rather having fun in the Indies right now. And do think this is going to convince like either any wrestling promotion to sign him into any professional wrestling promotion to sign him into a contract? Let me know down in the comment section right down below, and if so, like let me know also like who which promotion it could specifically be. But for now, I'm just gonna end today's wrestling news video on this last report. And that'll be it for today's video for now. And I hope y'all enjoyed, and let me know which wrestling news story was your favorite one out of this list. And if I had to pick one, I would have to give it to the most intriguing. I'll say the Baron Corbin. I guess I'll just give it to him. Why the flub not? But yeah. But let me know in the comment section right down below what's your favorite wrestling news stories and wrestling news story is, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, considering hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA content. And also make sure to check out my latest episode, my AEW Dynamite review video, which is going to be the latest episode, which we got so many matches on the card, like with the likes of the conglomeration of Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly taking on the elite that includes the Rainmaker, which is also known as the Bitch Man, Kazuchika Okada, and the Young Bucks the god-awful EVPs that cannot even run the target. But anyways, yeah. And we also got Shelton Benjamin finally making his AEW debut. This is going to be very exciting. You're going to be taking on the man of the hour, Leo Rush. And we also got another exciting contest, which is going to be the CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking on the Queen Aminata. It's not a women's championship match, nor an eliminator match, just like a no title related match. Like, it's just like just a little bit of competition and somewhat of a dream match. Like next, like to Shelton Benjamin versus what's his name, Leo Rush, a match that should have happened in WWE. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. I cannot wait to see what's going to be happening in AEW Dynamite tonight. It seems very exciting. I just like watching wrestling stuff right now as of late, as you can tell right now. Like whether if it's from WWE or AEW, like I'll like to watch it and make reviews of it. Those are my top 2 favorite wrestling companies in all of the PW community. And I hope that's the same for you, SNA Assassinator. Well, at least maybe most of you guys, but I guess I'm going to let you go right here and wish you all a wonderful and safe Wednesday afternoon, and I'll see you all in the next video with some SNA content up next, like later this evening. Bye-bye, Assassinators, for now. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. And thank you guys for watching, and y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.